Hello, I'm Gaming Wolf, and I just shot the moon. How, you ask? By collecting all the hearts and the Queen of Spades. Yay! So, we're back. And I'm going back to that moon base with a colon. Capital Col. And you need that robot hand. Yeah! It's like alien hand syndrome, except completely artificial and mechanical, except that's basically what it is artificial. It's like nerve endings, just doing the nerve ending things. Yeah, there's also an immediate gun to get through that breakable wall. So that's lovely. Starting on the elevator, having the falling spicy meatballs. I don't know. You know what? I think they're supposed to be mines. Yeah, they're mines. But I like calling them the meatballs. That's what I've always done. They're just meatballs with spikes and needles on them. I'll get that one back where we used for the last level of episode 1, or just that one, thing of mercury mines. And there are other signs in the other episodes, or in this one. I think there's a mercury mines. They just place that sign somewhere. I don't see the point. But I remember mentioning that the Coma hallway was supposed to be Coma hallway only, but here are the graphics for the save area being used right here. So that's weird. I love it. So there's some potential that perhaps there actually are hallways between these doors that just look all alike. And someone, maybe not Dr. Proton, is leaving all these post-it notes. These stickies, etc. If I could say hello to you. I don't know. What would you say? I'm gonna jump on all these dudes because I can do that, although sometimes I miss because hitboxes. See, like that. Yeah, I'm not sure how I hit it wrong either, but it works most of the time. Like flying Roombas. Okay, there's something up here. You know what's interesting about going in here? Is that there's the hangar background just for this area. There's no actual important reason to be here. So just the fact that it's just like, hey, secret part of the level, we're just like, yeah, I kind of figured out how these backgrounds work. There's just like a set image that's used when you go there. And they can't overlap. So to hide the illusion that it's not just one border to another, you put all these walls in between them so that as to not to break the illusion. You know, look what's behind the curtains. Oh shit, it's the moon. Oh shit, there's a hangar just like on Earth right next to the moon. Sure, and I'm the Queen of Scots, and I'm not. I am the Duke of Nukes. That's right. Is there a Duchess Nukem? I don't know, but something tells me that there's fan art doing this exact same concept. So let's not think too much about that and move on. We got dynamite in the amazing Grey Vator, the Greyman, who is Grey, Bedrummin, Mr. Drummond. That's the different stroke. But I like the bloke. Different blokes for different folks. Just for you and me. Coming up to the thing. Yeah, I guess what a lot of DOS games are is standard American protagonist. Like, I feel like DOS as a whole is a very American phenomenon. Not to say that there weren't other people making games for DOS. Yes, there were. There was, like, Eastern Europe. Basically anything that wasn't, anyone that wasn't working on, like, Commodores, Amigas, or in Japan's case, the PC-88 and PC-98. Got my robot hand. Would be using DOS, which would include Korea, actually. There's Korean DOS games. I would not be able to cover them because no one, to my knowledge, has taken the time to translate Korean. I wish someone would start, because there's a lot of good shit in there. I'm falling! See, Mercury Mine sign. There's no reason to go down here except to see that sign and that nice, sweet reflection effect. It's back. In action. Like the tune that is loony. I am Paul Mooney. That's right. It's 11 to noony, and I've got Maroony. That's right. We got a cola. Cola in the hand space. With my boots. My boots! Oh, I don't have the I have the boots that were made for walking, but I need the boots that are made for jumping, because that's what they do. That'd be nice. And with, like, wearing the opposite of the Daisy Dukes, which I guess would be, like, really long flares that go beyond your feet. That's probably it. Yes, that's right. You have to roll up the bell bottoms. Correct! Now your reward is a spicy meatball, which is guarding nothing you actually want. It's just there to fake you out. I don't know. I have to wonder how much time was spent on the level design, because I don't think there was that much. Okay, as opposed to it being next to the platform I go on immediately, I'll have to travel back up to it. For a change of pace. The fact it was able to activate off-screen, though, is kind of interesting. I wasn't sure it could do that. It does. But now we're going to make a nice little long rope walk. There's going to be enemies that spawn in on the way. Since they spawn higher up, they just land on here because you had no chance of going up here without being on this walkway first. And look at that. It just, you can't even tell something's going on until you actually keep walking and be like, oh, it's not illusion. I am real. You might find the next level's too windy for you. Well, yes and no, because it's about the fans, but they're put in a spot which are not that hard to deal with. Except for maybe the first two, if you don't time it right. So this is just the I'm in space background, I guess. So yeah, there's a fan there, there's a fan there. The conveyor belts. Conveyor belts are the only way to really scheme this up. Oh, that guy's back. Okay. And he's guarding a red key. That guy's going to show up a little more often and in more inconvenient ways. AKA, there'd be areas where you have to walk away from him because there's nowhere to jump, nowhere to hide. Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side. And then he dropped the bomb. Okay. You get it because nukes. Okay. Nice. I guess you could have Johnny Atomic, the other nuke. The computer board is back. You know, that kind of just looks like either a motherboard or just a chip. I want to say it's a motherboard, but no, I think it's a chip. You just slam it in and be like, right? I guess how people would thought a credit card would look like if it were the 60s kind of deal. But that's not what this is. This is the Comedy Central roast background. This is the stand-up background again. And that Mars, like, not Mars. I keep thinking it's Mars, except it's not. And I'm sure Dr. Proton's aware of Mars, because that's where Commander King goes to in the first game. And he just goes to Mars. The only realistic thing about that game is the fact that Mars exists and has like Arctic areas. See, that's the thing with me, because I don't know if that... It's not really, well, the thing is when there's a certain amount of pressure not available to you, or there's too much, there's something called... They distinguish it as ice 2, because it's different behavior, even though you think it's ice. It's not like the other ice you might know about, which is dry ice. It has nothing to do with water. It just has to do with a solid going immediately into a gas. Yeah, Nukem's a good place to talk about chemistry. Why not? And like radioactive stuff, and you know, molecules and atoms, all that good junk. Not so much biology, but just straight applicative sciences, which I suppose would extend into biology, but this before that. You know, the building blocks, the most realistic, the layer in between physics and what most people do, being science, in its purest form. That being just like studying little things that go together somehow. Like hard coding the universe, so to speak. This is an annoying place. And we have those weird marble podium things once again. I ate the double turkey. Now I am a double man. Double man? Oh, no, wait. We're gonna have to wait on another game before we run into double cherries. Double cherry! Hey, how come there was never a double cherry on, like, some place called Double Rainbow Road? This is a missed opportunity. I am sad. any 3D World modders, please make a Rainbow Road. Just do it now. There's already like a Mario Kart level. I don't see why you can't. Go ahead. Go do it now. Stop watching and do it. Just do it! Do it. Going up. Yes, I am. Oh, this is weird. So it turns out I could just exit right now. But I could also enter the other side of the place where the red key goes in, thereby invalidating its use entirely. So that's peculiar of me to do. I think this is the only level this happens. If it happens in level 3, I don't know yet. I mean, not level 3, episode 3. I just recall this is the only time happening so far. According to my whiz knowledge. My whiz-no. It's like a whiz rope, except no. Going into the door in just a minute. I want to show off this one little area, even though I don't have to. It's costing me shit that I wouldn't need to sacrifice. And I'm just getting this door open, because I do not want to leave it closed. Gotta keep it open. I'm the opposite of a barn. I'm on the moon. And the moon barn has moon critters, like rabbits. And cows. Basically livestock on the moon is a good idea. We can't... Let's forget about colonizing the moon. Let's just use it as extra space for hydroponics and agriculture. And do that for most of the... Yeah, that'd be the easiest use of it, because, you know, you always need lots of space. Or, like, golf courses. Those use up space, which they don't need to. We should be using that stuff up. We use that land. Not to say we're running out of land. We actually aren't. It's just that a lot of land is not available to everybody because some people own way too much than others. A song for a different time. That's something I would talk about if I was playing a Monopoly-like game like Fortune Street. So, if you want to talk capital, we'll go there. Yeah, if you want to talk economics, save it for an economic game like that, or SimCity even. I've dropped my rice bags. Or sandbags. Strike the sandbag! You know, can you imagine Sandbag getting shot by Doom Guy? Because now you can. You can make it really happen. Well, sort of. It's like, at that point, why sell, like, costume parts and be like, okay, why don't we just have, like, a mod workshop like they do on Steam for these things? No? Yeah, I see the issue with that, too. Bonus 7, 10,000 points. You've been rewarded most dearly. I don't know if anyone's keeping track. You might find your super jump boots on the next level if you look hard enough. And I will find the boots next time. And we got, like... when the bonuses come up, I don't know if the points are actually... I failed to look at the top right to see if the points are instantly added before we even get in. Because it could just happen that way. So if you want to watch it really closely and be like, there are the points. They came in right now. Please. Because I can't tell. Anyway, see you next time.